Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP, and once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here just above 50 cents. You know, we drop 2 cents and the narrative shifts. Everybody hates XRP. We move up 2 cents. Everybody loves XRP. That's where we are right now with this market. And, you know, people are now saying we're going to pull back to under 40 cents. Let me tell you something. If that happens, I am buying a shit ton of XRP because I know right after that, we are going to blast off. Crypto content creation is becoming less and less enjoyable for me. The tribalism and negativity in this space is like a virus. I'll eventually pivot and spend my time creating content on other things. For now, I have no set plans other than enjoying the coming bull cycle. That comes from Dan Gambardello. You know, I feel the same way sometimes, but here's what it is for me. I love talking about crypto. I love talking about XRP because I could see where this cryptocurrency is going. I started this channel in the worst year of crypto, 2022. And not only that, I'm not going to throw in the towel because I made a promise to get all of you to the finish line. And I intend on keeping that promise. But people are giving up on a daily basis now. Because you go on X, and I'll tell you right now, it's depressing sometimes because all the people on there are complaining all day long. Probably Ripple itself trying to stabilize the coin for some reason. And honestly, I do think the price that we're seeing now, the price movements and the sideways action, part of that is because of Ripple, I'm sure. Because even when they released 1 billion tokens, they're now buying most of those tokens back. And sometimes they're even buying more than they released, keeping the price stable. But why? So here's what we know. Ripple's whole business is for the banks and institutions. The retail community is just a lot of noise. Ripple holds a lot of XRP. They want the price of XRP not to have a lot of volatility, so XRP can be seen as a payments vehicle, not a store of value. And that's what I see happening right now as well. And the big institutions, they see retail investors as noise. They would rather see you out of XRP. And that's the same reason I'm always telling you to hold on to your XRP for dear life. Because what comes next is going to be absolutely incredible. XRP being low in price does not make it better for payments. David Schwartz, February 2nd, 2024. And David knows, you know, if the price of XRP is low, it's not good for payments. The price has to be high. And that price is going to rise as more institutions get involved with XRP and as the demand for XRP rises as well. The 5th annual Chatham House Gathering for Leaders and Professionals in Fintech will take place at the historic Golden Gate Club in San Francisco. Look who's attending. Ripple, White House members, and Federal Reserve representatives. LOL, probably a nothing burger. You know, whenever you see these meetings, right? You see the names that are there. It shows you that Ripple always has a seat at the table, especially when it comes to payments and where payments go in the future. And we see it happening not only here in the United States, but the UK, Europe, you know, anywhere that Ripple goes, you could see the names involved. It shows you that XRP is the future. MasterCard is working with Ripple. Both MasterCard and Visa need an efficient system for settlement since today it's really slow and prone to error. There are some potential synergies here. You know, MasterCard and Visa, On the front end, it looks great. And they always tell you how they're improving everything. But guess what? At the back end, it's still tied to this slow 50-year-old outdated SWIFT system. And that's where Ripple is game changing. And you know, anybody who waits and continues to hold XRP until everything goes live, those people are going to make so much money. You know, all this patience that you had for all this time watching XRP go sideways, that patience is going to be rewarded. It's just a matter of time. The promise is massive. My key takeaway is tokenization will only get to mass adoption if large financial institutions are part of it. Take a listen to this.
So my key takeaway is, you know, tokenization will only get to mass adoption if large financial institutions are part of it. So if we help and change the system from the inside out. Now the promise is massive, right? There's like 280 or between 250 and 500 trillion, depending on what sort of source you look at, of real world assets, right? And if you look at how much is actually tokenized right now, the whole crypto market cap is like 1.1 trillion, and that includes a lot of non-real world assets. Stable coins, which is one form of real world assets, like 120 billion, right? And so if you look at financial institutions, they're like, you know, they're certainly interested in tapping into that opportunity, because the traditional financial system is full of red tape. It has a lot of middlemen, and that's exactly what blockchain technology is designed to deliver, right? And I think.
And that's coming into the crypto space. $250 to $500 trillion worth of real world assets. And sure, not all of that is going to end up on the XRP ledger, but a good portion of that. Some of it will end up on Stellar. Some will end up on Hedera, Algo, the rest of these other utility-driven networks, use case-driven networks. And you know, all these cryptocurrencies that are tied to those networks are going to rise in value so fast, it's going to leave most people behind. Anybody still waiting to jump into crypto until 2025, they're going to miss out, because this is happening this year. BRICS holds $45 trillion in wealth after Saudi Arabia joins, and more countries are looking to join the BRICS as well. That's why I did that video yesterday. Can we still get rich if BRICS doesn't utilize RippleNet and XRP? We absolutely still can get rich. But if RippleNet and XRP is tied to the BRICS, I think we're all going to get wealthy. And that's what I see happening. I think it's all one big plan that's playing out right now. You know, BRICS wants to push away from SWIFT, and they're looking for the best alternative. And the best alternative is RippleNet and XRP. And there it is. Send the peasants into crypto ETFs, because that's the safest place. Take a listen to this.
We should be looking at making it easier to raise capital for smaller and medium-sized companies, and making it easier for non-accredited investors or even accredited investors to participate in those opportunities. That has met with great headwinds on Capitol Hill. There is a strong faction of people who believe that those opportunities should not be made available to ordinary investors, that ordinary investors, at worst case, should be pushed into index funds and index funds only, because that's the safest place.
You know who that prick is, right? That's Jay Clayton, the same guy who decided to sue Ripple and then left the SEC. And they don't think you're worthy to be holding crypto, and they want you out of crypto, and they would rather see you invest through accredited investors. I even think if they had their way, they would put regulations in place where the average working guy cannot invest in crypto directly. They would have to go through a middleman and pay fees. And that's why I want to stay in crypto. That's why I don't ever want to sell my XRP. because I think if they get their way, they will change the game at some point going forward. January 24th, ECB tells its members to be on the lookout for bank runs. January 29th, Evergrande ordered to liquidate. January 31st, NYCB collapses 40% after missing earnings when Evergrande didn't pay. How many more banks are going to miss their earnings call? Pay attention. Limit exposure. You know, it's the same narrative in Europe. It's the same narrative in the UK. And it's the narrative that's going on right now here in the United States. The banks are not safe. They are all planning to collapse the banks. They want to have just a handful of banks left. And yet people still don't realize this is what's coming. Bank collapses are going to happen. And then all of a sudden, we're going to have an emergency situation. They're going to roll out CBDCs, and the new financial system is going to rise very fast. She also goes on to push climate change to get rid of the banking notes and usher in CBDCs. Wait till they start pushing that narrative here in the United States as well. Listen to the way she sells it.
Floods, droughts and wildfires last year were just a preview of what is to come. A hotter climate and nature loss are changing our economy and our financial system.
So because of climate change, we got to bring about CBDCs. That's more or less her whole story. And, you know, that's why they're fast tracking the digital euro right now. U.S. debt clock reveals silver Ponzi scheme. It looks like it's good time to start getting invested into silver because I think it's about to get reevaluated. And you know, the debt clock messages, they're pretty much telling us the current system is going down and we're going to see the rise of a new system. And the new system is going to play in favor of the everyday person, the working class, the middle class. Then there's this, and this one segment with John McAfee tells you exactly what you should do. John McAfee's view on the SEC was clear. You can't stop the unstoppable, and XRP is unstoppable.
Do you understand the US dollar is just script? It's the same thing, only from a bigger entity called the government.
Yeah.
You got to free yourself from that before you're going to be free, people.
Yeah.
And you have the tools. You've got cryptocurrency. You've got, I mean, good God almighty, there are people like myself. Janice and I don't have bank accounts. We don't have a credit card.
Yeah.
We don't need money because we use cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Everything we buy, everything we sell, everything that I'm paid, all of the people who work for me are paid in crypto. We don't pay attention anymore to what governments demand that we do.
See, and that's what I like about crypto. And like I always said, you know, XRP is the one cryptocurrency that could possibly set you free from a CBDC. Because you will be able to transact differently if you're an XRP holder. There's no reason to ever cash out XRP for US dollars. That's the way I look at it. Because the US dollar, by the time you're ready to cash out this cryptocurrency, it's going to be down so far in value. And at the same time, we're watching inflation still rise. They keep telling you on TV, hey, inflation's coming down. But then you take a trip to the grocery store and you're like, no, it's not. Because the numbers are all bullshit. And that's what I like about crypto. Crypto allows you to go in a different way, break free from the government. It's the same reason that Elizabeth Warren wants to know how much crypto you're holding. It's the same reason that they want to crush crypto here in the United States, because they can't take full control of it. That's what it comes down to. And that's why I'm going to continue holding XRP, and I'm going to buy more if it dips down into the 40s. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.